Hi everyone, welcome to the Australian Formula One podcast. As always, you're joined by Max, back from Vanuatu, and Pep. Thanks very much for watching. It's episode number 40, Max. We're up to 40 already, and the season is over, and we have a new world champion, mate.
We do.
And his name is Kimi.
Pity it's not Ant Davidson. I know he's struggling, but yes, Kimi's won.
Kimi has won it. Oh, mate, we've been commenting on a few videos, and we've also been we put a little video up, Max, about Kimi being world champion, but we haven't actually done a video since Kimi was world champion. So, mate, I know that you were stoked. I was absolutely blown away by the fact that McLaren's kind of dominated the whole season, mate. Both off the track and on the track, and then Kimi just came through, mate, and got the world championship.
He snuck through. No, I thought Kimi had a much better second half of the season. He was really going for it, as we've all seen, and I think he was helped along somewhat by a couple of poor decisions by the McLaren team in the last couple of races of the season, but he had to be there at the end, and he was, mate.
Yes, he was, mate. It was just so exciting. I mean, the fact that Lewis had those problems, and then I just thought, my God, Kimi's has got a chance here. Kimi could win this, and we all know that we all saw what happened to Lewis, Max, at the start, going, really putting his car in a difficult position, to say the least.
Yeah, on the outside of Alonso, going into a left-hander. Yeah, it was. I don't know what he was thinking. I would have. I mean, it was good driving by Alonso, but I would have figured that Lewis should have backed off pretty much straight away and just fallen in and behind Alonso.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He kept the boot in and paid the price.
Yeah, mate. So Massa, led from pole, but it was only a matter of time, really, as to when he was going to let Kimi move through.
Yeah.
And that happened, and then I was just praying, mate. I was just saying, come on, I didn't want those BMWs or that Williams to not finish.
To spoil the party.
Yeah. And, obviously Lewis fought back and had his steering wheel problem or had his issue with the
gearbox issue.
Gearbox issue, but...
Yeah, and I mean that was another decisive part of the race. I mean, I think everyone had their heart in their mouth when we saw the footage of Lewis just trundling along.
Yeah,
for a while.
Cars going past.
What's going on here? Very disappointing. Glad he got the car started again, but he was never in the hunt after that. He was always going to be behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
But who'd have thought, mate? At the end of the day, Lewis, I think, had a sensational year. I think we'd all agree with that. 4 wins.
Mate, a fantastic season, as we've said before. Who would have called it?
Certainly not me.
To be almost winning the championship by the closest of margins, and still court cases, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But fantastic.
You mean he came so close, just like Jacques Villeneuve did in 1996,
yes.
when he, in his rookie year,
yes,
finished
mate.
second. Oh right,
that
yeah.
one.
Just wanted to clarify.
And I was going for Jacques at the time. I wanted him to do it, but
we all know what he did next year.
Oh, he did it the next year.
Okay, all right, well done, Jack.
So
but Lewis had a great year, mate. No doubt about it, and I think he has a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, he does, and there's been a lot of talk about the silly season, Max, but we'll get into that soon. But firstly, let's just wallow in Kimi's glory, Max.
Oh.
Kimi's won it, and
I'm a huge fan of the wallower.
And
you know that. And a Ferrari 1-2 to boot.
Kimi,
fantastic.
Kimi is world champion. It sounds good saying it, mate. I just love it.
Oh, he's come very close a couple of times, mate, with McLaren, as we all know, and I just think it's fantastic that he's won it in his first season at Ferrari.
Yeah.
As we all know, Ferrari are celebrating long and hard at the moment their world championship. It's good to see them back in the winners' podium. I like Ferrari. I'm not necessarily a massive Ferrari fan. I think they've won their fair share of championships recently, but I'm a big fan of Kimi Räikkönen, and I think he did a great job.
Mate, he did, and it was a great championship, and as someone said, this season is going to be a real collector. It's going to be one to buy, Max, on DVD. Or
it had everything, didn't it?
It did, and there's still some things to go with this season. There's a little bit of conjecture about court cases and things, Max. I said it in a few comments that I just want this to be over with, and I know they've got a date now, the 15th of November, but you know, just let it happen, Max.
Let Ferrari have their victory.
Yeah, exactly.
Pep's, of course, talking about the cool fuel, the protest that Norbert Hall's running about BMW and Williams fuel not meeting the required temperature during the race. Of course, it's not about winning the championship for McLaren. They just need to clarify the rules.
Yes, mate.
Which are open to everyone. But they need further clarification. Guys, I don't know about you, Pep, but I think the timing was pretty ordinary. But as you said, mate, the hearing's on the 15th of November.
Yep. And
we'll see what comes out of it.
Yeah, mate. So,
your thoughts?
Well, anything could happen, of course, but I really just think that perhaps, you know, if there's evidence of it, and I don't know how they would find evidence, Max. We've talked about this a lot. But if there's evidence of something being wrong, then, you know, maybe there should be a penalty. But I don't think that you should change the outcome of the World Championship, you know, weeks after the race. It's not right. It's not Formula One, mate.
You know, Norbert Hall can tell us all that he's doing this for clarification reasons and the like. My attitude to that would be, well, that's fine, but why couldn't you say do that in December on the quiet for clarification for next year? I just thought it's pretty ordinary. I've had a look at the regulations. I know some of you guys have as well. In my opinion, they weren't breached by either team. But obviously, McLaren and Mercedes have access to other information that I don't. But I just thought the timing was really poor, Pep.
Mate, I imagine it's very difficult to cool the fuel without someone finding out about it. It's just a very difficult thing to do, and I understand that there's a horsepower advantage, but it's just a very difficult exercise to you know, it's all FIA. A lot of that equipment is standard, so I don't understand. But let us know your thoughts anyway. What's going on with that?
They obviously thought that they have a case, and as Jackie Stewart said, they have the right to prosecute that case if they feel the need arises, and that's fine. Some of you whom I've recently emailed will understand my comments in relation to what Jackie Stewart said today, that McLaren won't get up because the FIA's or Ferrari have got the FIA. The FIA have got Ferrari in the back pocket, so I really don't see McLaren protest getting up at all.
Mate, as far as I'm concerned, Kimi's world champion, and that's that. Yeah.
And they're celebrating like world champions Ferrari at the moment, which is great. It was good to see Michael Schumacher in the F2007 as well.
Yeah, doing a few corporate laps.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, for the sponsors.
Yeah, for sure. But he's very happy. He feels free, quote unquote.
So he should, mate.
That's good.
So he should. All right, guys. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and please send us your comments and let us know what you think. Kimi's world champion, but there's still some, BS behind the lines, mate.
There sure is.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.